Okay. Yeah, keep the sticks rolling. Hey, bitch, I be hunt me and money got tied. She come in steps, but I'm never surprised. I don't know, trust him, they all go for size.
Gang,
I think that's how I'm gonna start it off all the time now. Gang, gang. You good, homie?
I'm good, Machi. How's it, fit?
I'm good too. It's hot in the cave, bro, and like we can't even open the
Dog,
windows at this time because you know the mosquitoes are gonna come in, bro.
yo, fit. I was going through the most, Mkhanji. Like, I was practicing. Obviously, I was doing a coaching session. My juniors, my seniors, fit. Yo, I did most of my practice session like in Tunzi, in the shade, fit, because it was so hot.
It's crazy though because like a couple of days ago it was so cold. I was even thinking winter's creeping up quite early, but
Mm.
the sun's back now, bro. Even like
The
even
sun
at
said
this
not
time,
yet. Dog.
yeah,
Yeah, the sun said
even
not
at this
yet.
time, it's not yet, bro. We'd like to welcome you guys to another episode of the Formation Show. Legendary, we close to 30 now, 30 formation shows, eh? I think this is
Yeah.
the 29th one, and then the next one
Yeah.
is 30B. It's 30.
Still going strong,
Gu-
Machi.
Still going strong. We're not gonna stop. And guys, if you haven't watched our videos, or you have and haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button before we start off. But Ledge, over the weekend in America, bro, we were talking about this over the weekend in America. You see those big? It's a big event on that side, but it's across
Yeah.
another sport, basketball. Um, but like I think Lukaku was the first player to actually say, guys, what about this idea? Because he's like an NBA hooper type football
uh,
player. And then
Lukaku is too NBA, dog.
yeah, it's two NBA, and then Todd Bowley. I think 2 seasons ago, or just before or when he finalized his Chelsea
Yeah.
ownership, he was like, I think the Premier League should come up with like an all-star, I don't know, or as all-star
Type of
game or all-star
weekends.
weekend, yeah,
Yeah,
type
or
thing.
just one off game.
But bro, what do you think? I think if we were to have an All-Star game, I think we should replace the what's this, the Charity Cup, the what do you call it, the English Super, the
It's a super
the
cup.
English Super Cup. Yeah,
We, um, first of all, I'm for the All Star game, Premier League, because I feel like we have too many good players in our league, and we have the best managers in the league as well. I think compared to other top leagues, the La Ligas, the Bundesliga, I feel like the Premier League has the best collective of coaches in world football. Yeah, bro. So it's only right that you have some type of all-star game. I don't know though how they're gonna do it. Maybe the South versus the North, or
yeah.
I
I'm
don't
just
know how they're gonna do it, fit.
or
Because
two
we
captains
we
maybe.
do
Yeah,
deserve one, fit. Eh?
yeah. Yeah. It's what you're saying. You don't know how it should be done. I'm very much also pro this north south, but also maybe two captains. Like will be a fan vote. Maybe the
Yeah.
two highest votes they'll be the captains, and then the players will get let's say 20, I don't know, 21 players, 20 players. The rest,
Mm,
then they'll get then the captains will choose. Yeah, well, I'll take this guy, I'll take
yeah.
that guy. But it's a
But
it's a yeah.
but one thing you can't get rid of the Super Cup match. You can't.
Oh, the English
You know,
Super
most
Cup.
we need our annual trophy left, Debo.
Yeah. But nah, yeah, it would be a nice idea. But also, almost the Premier League is not such a. There's so many games already, bro. So
Mm.
I doubt it will be an idea that will be explored in the near future. But
But the
bro,
thing
just before
is,
you speak,
the
yeah,
but the PSL is already doing it anyway. Yeah, Kwabona. They've
yeah,
already
yeah,
started with the All Star match, yeah, bro. And they're
yeah.
letting the fans vote for the players. It's a superb idea, fit.
And also, bro, the Premier League is not like you said, like you mentioned the managers and players, bro. But I want to go a little bit deeper. Like the Premier League, bro, has players from all over the world: Asia,
Mm.
Africa, Australia, Canada. I'm guessing all these places. That's also equals like viewership. So you can imagine how many people will be tuned into an All-Star
Definitely,
Premier League game, and how many sponsors they'll get, bro. That it would like
because
break.
remember when we toured America, we went to America for a tour like just before the start of the season. America had us doing these all-star drills like these the
On
crossbar
ESPN, I
challenge,
did see that. Yeah,
the skills drill. And also, I mean, fit. I mean, we can't do that. Fit. Like it's good for like even like kids to watch, man. Like something like, but I don't know when they would have it. Maybe during the winter break or something. And he has mean, but it's something that should be done, man. Because obviously Premier League as the brand themselves, they're a very big brand, yeah, bro, and they have quite a huge following, like all over the world. Um, Great example is China. Do you see? Do you know
yo,
how much money those guys make from China alone? Fit, like the brand is too big,
billions.
dog. They have to do it, yeah, bro.
Nah, I agree. I would agree with you. I'm just touching my phone now because we're gonna shift to the
Now, yeah,
Premier League, bro. Obviously, title race legendary. I was about to say all the top three teams won, but City drew
yeah,
against Chelsea. 1-1 there. You guys won 5-0. So that's 11 goals in 2 games for you guys. Pool
hell
one
yeah.
again. They won 3-1 or 4-1 against Brentford away
It
from
was
home.
4-1.
Yeah, 4-1, yes, because they scored a late goal, quite late. And Mo Salah was back in that game, came on
Mm.
in the
Yeah, then
for
assist and a
replay,
goal.
came back to normality, bro. But like, yeah, bro, where do we start? Let's start with City, bro. Let's start with City and
Yeah,
Chelsea. You
no,
know,
yeah.
we always diss Chelsea and always like are negative, and they gave them 0%. And bro, I was watching that game and I was thinking, damn it, if Man City lose this game and I gave them zero
Dog.
percent, them niggas were gonna be on my ass, bro. So I need to commend Chelsea. I did not
Nah,
see
nah.
them. I didn't see them like drawing at all. But I didn't see City losing at all. But you have to shout out Chelsea, bro, because I think they came into the Etihad of that game with a proper game
Mm.
plan. Counter attack at City because City's always gonna have the ball.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so I think they were okay not playing with the ball,
Mm.
and they prepared for it. I want to shout out their defense, which is looked quite leaky this season. But in that game, I think everyone in that back four, even Ben Chilwell, who they diss a lot, had a stellar game, bro.
Yeah.
And when they did break, they broke with effectiveness. Two score goals. Unfortunately, Jackson had a mishap; he didn't score, and I think they also fluffed two more chances there. Yeah, bro. I'm just actually
Mm.
looking here, legendary, at just some stats from that game. City had 31 shots, right? But five on target, which means Chelsea's defense did the business as well. Apart from like
Yeah.
the missed shots, scare, but they did the business. Chelsea had 9 shots and six on target, which means they were quite effective on goal, yeah, bro.
Oh
And
yeah, oh yeah.
the possession stat was 71% to 29. City had the most, obviously, yeah, bro.
Mm.
But what did you make of that game, IG?
Um, I won't lie, dog. I was impressed with Chelsea actually in the first half. Um, Actually, they could have scored at least like 3 goals before City kicked in into gear into the match, yeah, bro. Because there were a couple of attacks where I felt like Chelsea could have done much better in terms of just knowing when to release the ball in the final third of the field. Um, Unansiega Sterling had some chances. Cole Palmer was actually good as well, especially like in the first 20 minutes. That's why I'm like, Chelsea could have scored
In
three
releasing the
goals.
ball, yeah.
Yeah, he could have scored. They could have scored like 3 goals, Vetu. But this match, dog, I won't lie. This is one match where I would have loved to see Mudrik start. Fun enough, I felt like there was plenty of space for him to run in behind the defense, the Man City defense. Um, Obviously, I felt like Chelsea in the second half. That's when they started to sit back and City just asserted their dominance on them and finally woke up and knew that okay, so we're playing at the Etihad, we should be dominating this match. Chelsea are not the same anymore, and we are the champions. Well, that's when they started to remember, okay, yeah, we are the champions. Let's play like champions. Well, but Chelsea held on tight. This was even a match with Casado even was very good fit,
Yeah, it's
especially
brilliant.
also
Even on the yellow card, it was brilliant. I think
yeah,
it was very
yeah,
brilliant.
even like in the build up as well, they were just collecting the ball from the defense and getting away from pressure, turning with the ball, releasing the ball onto Palmer, releasing the ball onto Sterling. Um, but yeah, I was very impressed with them. And it's a match they should have won in the first half already. Yeah, well,
Now, I agree with you fully. There were chances for City that Haaland also missed, and you were like, how did he miss this one? I think two
Yeah.
headers, two similar headers that he got that normally he put that's his bread and butter, yeah, but
Yeah.
especially when De Bruyne delivers it like that to him, in his positions.
Oh
He
yeah.
didn't score them, but like I mean I guess that was Chelsea's luck.
Mm.
But I like the fact Chelsea really because City play especially at the Etihad they play quite high in terms of you like
Yeah.
the wing backs even the center backs push very high up. So Chelsea utilized that a lot. They had
Mm.
if you notice Cole Palmer is quite fast. Sterling has still got that pace. Jackson as well had that pace as
Mm.
well. So they utilized it very, very, very well. It was unfortunate that they couldn't bury their chances because I mean they had like Jackson, even Enzo and Jackson. I think in the
Mm.
second half where they when they
Mm.
kicked it at the same time, or Enzo kicked that ball before Jackson got there, which could have made it 2-0 at the time. So
Yeah.
I think Chelsea I think they were unfortunate not to get another goal, but dog, this like I just wanna praise Pochettino as well, bro, because that's also coaching as well. Like the players were
Yeah.
drilled.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people give him a lot of slack, but you should give him a lot of credit as well when he does get things right. And I mean, okay, cool. He did make defensive changes in the second half, which kind of gave City more
Mm.
of a onus to go and attack now, yeah, because they're putting in defensive players. But also when you look at the bench, Chelsea, bro, with all due respect, when you look at the bench, you've got young players there that maybe doesn't trust that well
Mm.
in a game like that. Also, you don't even know because Modric is not like he does lose the ball quite easily as well. We can't
Yeah. Yeah.
deny that fact, yeah, bro. As much as he would have been good for attack, you don't know whether he's gonna lose the ball or be effective when he has the ball, yeah, bro. So like
Mm.
them getting a draw at the Etihad, I think it's a point gained because I was expecting them to
Hell
lose,
yeah.
yeah, boy, as
We
well.
never we
And
never
it's
give them
two,
a chance, Peter. I won't lie. We never give them a
and it's
chance,
t- it's two, yeah.
now I was gonna say, and you can't blame us for not giving them a chance because
Nah, nah, nah,
they've
nah.
been bad this season. Yeah, boy. Like,
Nah, the
but then
zero
like,
percent was yeah, the 0% I gave them was because of the season, bro. Yeah, well, but they responded very well. So shout out to them, bro. Because I mean, going to the Etihad, okay, I know Liverpool drew there, and top of my head, I don't see another team that like picked up points there, yeah, bro.
mm, but I
So
won't
yeah,
lie, Peter. In the game, one play that stood out for me for the whole season for me is Augusto, the right back from
mm-hmm,
Chelsea. For me, he's been a good signing for Chelsea. Um,
definitely.
with Rhys James come back straight into the team, I don't think it's such an easy like decision to make for Pochettino because Augusto has been quite solid in the right hand side, and for me, it's top five in the league, dog. Top five right backs in the league. Top
I
five
agree with
definitely.
you.
Fit. He's a
And
good. He's good in attacking. He's good in defense. Solid on the ball. Even one on one defensively, he's quite solid. Fit to a boy and still young.
at 20 years old as well. But I also want to shout
Yeah.
out Conor Gallagher as well. Like
Mm.
like he was everywhere on that pitch on Saturday as well. Like also nullifying some of the City players as well. Together with Ukai Sedo and Enzo. So I have to shout him out, bro. Like the team had a very, very good game. I wish them all the best for the final against Pool.
They have,
I hope they win
they have to win
because
this one.
because
Because
this farewell
Liverpool,
tour this farewell tour of club must not be a good story at all. I don't want it to be a good story at all,
not
yeah,
at
bro.
all, dog. Not at all.
Yeah.
But it's saying, Ngoleamu, how do you feel about City's performance, like overall? And do you think there's it's the time to panic for them yet, or they just
Nah,
need to keep going and do it?
I don't think it's a time to panic, but there's been a theme this season that's been exposed at Man City is that defense, that back four of
Mm,
theirs, yeah, bro. Whoever is there is always being exposed, and we did touch on Man City's defense. I think just before we took a break on in December,
mm,
we were like, we don't understand how City are allowing these chances, even against Leipzig. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very similar goals that they conceded. I remember now, very similar goals, and then they had different personnel in that back four. They had Stones, I think, and Gavadio. but it
Mm.
was the same type of runs Openda was making, similar to Sterling's and Cole Palmer and Jackson, beating them. Yeah, boy. So I think they push too high, and I think they live and die by that because they know most of the time they play in the position in
Yeah.
the opponent's half. Yeah, both so they can afford can be afforded to push up, but then on the break you have to be careful,
Mm.
bro, because teams have quick wingers, yeah, bro. So that's where I think they need to like tighten up in this title race because more drop points equals more opportunity for Liverpool and Arsenal. And this
Yeah.
season, it's not a you're not only worrying about one team, you're worrying about two teams now, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So it could get more and more tricky. And I think Pep was very unhappy with the performance actually of his team,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I also think so, Fit, because I'm not saying it's time for them to panic because obviously 30 or 30 and those guys can claw back from a 10-point gap. We all know they can go on a run with it, win 14 in a row. But these type of performances, like they should be worried about them sometimes because it's another big game where Pep hasn't won in the Big Six.
Mm,
I think he has one win
that
in
was
the top
against
six so far
us.
this season, and it's
Yeah,
against United. And it's so unlike Pep and it's so like unlike City to win only one game. And this record it's actually gone under the radar, in fact, Fate, and he should be criticized on this because lots of managers get stick Fate for not winning a top six game, even one for that fact, yeah, bro.
facts,
So
bro.
I
And
feel like he deserves some criticism Fate to like coming his way for his performances in the big games because we all know that's where you win the titles, where you have to
title,
beat the
yeah.
rivals around you,
And
yeah,
the
bro.
and the and the big games are coming up soon, bro. I know you going to their town quite soon, and they also gonna go
Yeah,
play Liverpool pretty soon. But let's leave that game legendary. Let's go into your
okay.
game, which is like the 5 p.m. Kickoff.
Mm.
Another surgical slicing from Arsenal. Hey,
Yeah,
yeah, I almost felt bad for all Pep disciple company, you know.
company.
But that's Arsenal now, eh? But I still feel like you guys are very business now. Kill the game in the
Mm.
first half. How many goals you scored in the
Yeah,
first half? Three or four?
three.
Three, ne?
Three
Three.
goals,
Damn
yeah.
it. There
And
was
scored
a
two of the
there was because I was watching Spurs up watch, yeah, bro. I was watching
Mm.
them, but I changing to you guys. But I did see that Saka goal, Moose compared to like right footed shot. That was like
That's become his daily
that's a
bread
kill
now, dog.
that's a killer's goal, fit. That's a killer, and with that much power, no two keepers don't save that. But how do you feel about that game, G?
Obviously, if it were Burnley, obviously under Sean Dyche, I could have been more like a bit nervous because I know Sean Dyche is a very good coach. He got that Burnley team
So
playing and
hold on.
defending quite
Are you
well.
saying are you saying the Pep disciples not that good of a coach?
I mean, in fact, I don't know, man. I'm not saying that, but they don't have the best squad in the league, man. Like those guys are still championship players, yeah, bro. And we were way too good for them. Once again, scored a couple of set piece goals. We had a goal from Odegaard to open up the goal scoring. Obviously, that's his daily bread as well. Just making that late run and holding the run just outside the big box, get the ball cut back and shoot, pick a corner. Um, Again, our defense was quite solid. I think they only had like one shot on target or like one shot the whole game. You understand? XG points for those who are big on XG points. We only allowed them like 0.27. About we only allowed them 0.27. We had 2.61 if I'm not mistaken. XG. You understand? So that's being ruthless for you to end. Henry came out and said, I think it was last week during the Champions League, he said that everyone was talking about us having to sign a striker and all of that and not scoring goals. And all we just needed was to finish our chances, dog. All we needed just to finish our chances because that's what was going. That was what was happening in December against West Ham. We were
West Ham,
dominating the match, but we were not finishing. Against Liverpool, same
Liverpool.
story at Anfield, same story against them in the FA Cup. We were just dominating all these games, but we were not finishing our chances. Understand? We went out to Dubai for the winter break. We came back and we scored all these goals. I think we've scored 21 goals in 5 games. That's fucking brilliant, Fito. And we've conceded, I think, 2 goals in those 5 games as well. So our defensive unit has been solid, and Kai Havertz, I want to give him props as well. especially in the game
The
against
new
Burnley.
age. The new
New age,
age.
them Percy, dog. New age, you know it. But him and Trossard actually worked quite well together because once Trossard drops to come help in the build up, Kai Havertz would go forward and be the target man, and vice versa. That's how they worked. And Kai Havertz playing in the midfield as well allows Martinelli to come inside because Havertz likes to make runs on the outside. I understand. Also, Kivio on the left back position, he played quite well. If I was Zinchenko, I'd be worried about my place in the left back position because now you must think Tomiyasu is back, and we don't have to play with one inverted side only. If Zinchenko is not playing, we invert Unatsiga, Ben White into the midfield, and Kivio plays as a left back. You understand? So I think Mikel Arteta has done some good planning in the Dubai trip fit, and he has other ways of playing as well.
Facts, bro. Um, Nah, I was gonna say like I said last week, it's Arsenal are developing a killer mentality, bro, and you're
Mm.
seeing it, bro. And like you said, now you're finishing chances, and also the striker debate or the striker question is a question that'll be answered, I guess, now in the big window,
Oh yeah,
when the big
definitely,
window's open. So it's not something that you're
definitely.
worried about now because the goals are being distributed between Osaka,
Mm.
yeah, Trossard is scoring, Odegaard is scoring, Havertz chips in here and there, Martinelli comes back and chips in here and there. So
Yeah,
you're not even really missing who's this? Who Gabriel Jesus
Jesus.
that much? Yeah, you're not missing him that much. So now I want to shout out Arsenal, bro, because a lot of people were counting them out, bro. Like December time, oh yeah,
Mm.
was it? No, January time, when you
Mm.
went to that blip. I was like, bro, like it's January when City were nowhere near the top last season in January, you were saying just wait and they will be there. So like also like you need to give Arsenal that also that type of props as well because they've proven themselves in the past two seasons that they will be there, bro. Yeah, bro. That's why I was like, I Arsenal fans need to relax, bro. And it wasn't even like me trolling yeah, or other
Yeah,
fan
yeah.
bases. It was within your fan base. I think it was just panicking because now you're
Oh
seeing
yeah.
Liverpool first, for example, and you're seeing City coming back, with De Bruyne and Haaland coming back. Then you guys are panicking because now you know you're not first, and you're thinking, damn it, we must be the ones on top to maintain a
Mm.
gap, and then we can try to do it like last season without like slipping up, yeah, bro. But
But
sometimes, fair to it's better. Sorry,
you know how
legendary.
our fan base
Sometimes
is, Fit.
it's better to be sorry, Lich. Sometimes it's better to chase rather, Yabo, and just to
Yeah,
see, okay, this team apply the pressure. Once they slip up, you overtake, Yabo. But okay, like
yeah.
you said, you know your fan base.
I
You
know
know
my
your
fan
fan
base.
base.
Fit. Like they panic. Like they too. Sometimes I feel like they too weak, man. Like fuck. Support the team, Fit. To like yeah, we going through a blips now, but support the team. And now we back on form, and they want to start singing again. But I think most of the times the fans on Twitter, like I won't lie, I hate the Arsenal fan base on Twitter. Fit. I hate it so much.
Yeah,
They're so
it's
reactionary. Fit. To like dog, like calm down, support the team, back the players, and they'll deliver like they are doing now. You understand? And no one is even mentioning the Ramsdale and David Raya situation. No, no one is mentioning Declan Rice price. No one is even mentioning Havertz as well because everyone's performing. You understand? But just watch. Once we lose one match, they'll say, "Oh, Havertz we bought for 65 million, where we could have bought, I don't know, another centimeter." Like, shut the fuck up. They just support the team. You understand? And we're playing well, Fate. We're smashing teams in the first half already. We're giving them nothing to work with, not even a sniff for the attack. You understand? Our defense has been very solid as well.
facts, B. And then the next game was the curtain raiser of the weekend, Liverpool and
Mm.
Brentford. We thought this one could have been a tricky game, but also to be fair, we did say if Liverpool score the first goal, it might be over as
Yeah.
well, yeah, bro.
Mm.
I think, yeah, I know. I did peep some of the game. I think Liverpool they do what they did best: kill games, kill the teams by creating a lot of chances. I know a lot of players dropped because of injuries, but it didn't seem like they were missing players because they were creating multiple chances, yeah, bro. And I
Mm.
want to shout out Darwin Nunes for that great goal he scored, the chip over the keeper. Classy,
Yeah,
classy, classy goal. Shout out to Mo Salah for being back now. Like you said, a goal and an assist in his return. So like Liverpool are also now, you know, developing and
yeah,
steamrolling teams now, um, on this title charge and in this title race, bro. Yeah,
mm,
bro. So like I think they've also been drilled as much as Arsenal have been drilled, as much as City has been drilled, into the fact that we can't allow for complacency now, and injuries
yeah,
don't they don't mean anything in this title race. The player that we replace the players with, they must come back in and make sure. And I shout out McAllister and Endo. Endo has been
mm,
one of the signings of the season, bro. Like I know we didn't know where he came from at the start of the season, and it was a position that Liverpool had to strengthen in well because they did lose Fabinho. I think
yeah,
yeah, they lost Fabinho this season and Henderson as well. And we were like, hey, they need to tighten up in that number three position because even playing McAllister there all season, then you see
yeah,
what happens. Yeah, but with Endo, fair to like, hey, there's some stability there, bro. Like a lot of stability. So I wanna shout him. That was one of the smartest signings and one of the best signings in the Premier League this season, bro.
mm.
What you say?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Same here, Fiat. I mean, I wouldn't say the best, one of the best signings, but yeah, he does his job, Fiat. He keeps it simple in the midfield. He does what he was signed for, and just to shut everything in front of the back four. Um, but I feel like he could have been played more, much more, and I feel like maybe they in some games he could have avoided conceding certain type of goals. Um, and it's even now like now I think they consider at least like one goal per game or one goal
Yeah,
every second game.
they did concede against Brentford. Tony scored.
Yeah, they did. But I won't lie, I expected much better from Brentford fit. Much better,
Hmm.
especially considering that they were playing at home. They should be performing much better against Liverpool because it's not like they're playing the best Liverpool that's ever played. They've had Liverpool has had the problems as well, and I feel like Brentford could have um, used some of those weaknesses Liverpool have in the team, the right back position, center or right back position, even at left back position with Robertson just coming back from injury.
Hmm.
Obviously, it's not a Robo or Andy Robertson from 2 seasons ago. It's not the same anymore. Um, and also just playing directly as well to Tony. I don't get it because they didn't do much of that, considering how big Tony is in front and how well he can hold up the ball. I really expected much better from Brentford. I was disappointed. But
I
Liverpool were
think that
good, fit. So I have to shout them out. They were Liverpool very good.
I think that's been Brentford's trend this season. I feel like their midfield is a bit stale, man. I feel like it's a sort of similar type of midfield. Like they have Norgard and another Danish player in there. So it just feels like they
Mm,
need like a creative spark in that three-man midfield because now they play five at the back with like two
mm.
wing backs and then three and then two Mope and Tony up top. So
Tony.
I just feel like they need some rejuvenation at midfield because it's just like if they're not up for it initially, like you can easily like win against them, like you
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
now, and you've
I
seen
think you're
in
right,
other
fit.
games.
I think you're right,
Nah,
bro. I
nah, it
think
is
if
that,
if,
bro.
if one thing that they need is the creative spark, the creative play in the midfield, because the players that they have now, they suited for that type of football that they play. But sometimes you need to
Mm,
plan B as well for you to like maybe start creating goals from the center of the pitch instead of wide. If you see nothing's working in the wide positions, try the center of the pitch. Yeah, well, and that's
big,
only
big,
going to work if you have someone who's creative inside there.
because look at Brentford's goals, Fit, and they mostly come from some headers from the defenders, Tony,
Mm,
Mope, and Buemo, and Wissa as well. Those are forwards. You
yeah,
understand? You do no God chips in here and there with the header as well, but that's about it. I feel like they need like some creativity and a spark in that midfield. You know,
yeah.
otherwise they're gonna be stale. They're gonna be stale. But let me
Away,
just run
away.
through. Let me some run through some. That was the top top three title race chat. Let me just run through other results now from the weekend. Newcastle, Bournemouth, 2-2. You did say legendary. You see that as a banana peel
Yeah,
for Newcastle, and you saw that. Fulham, Villa 1-2-1 there at Craven Cottage. Nottingham Forest, West Ham, 2-0 to Forest. 3 points that Nottingham Forest really needed, and three
Scary,
points that
scary
and
hours for
three
David Moyes.
yeah, and three
Definitely.
points that 3 points that we questioned David Moyes for, yeah, bro. Lovely result that I really wanted, legendary. Tottenham, Wolves, 2-1 to Wolves. Yeah. We United 2, Luton 1, Brighton 5, Sheffield 0, my dog.
They're going back to
Sheff
the underground.
and then tonight, it's Everton versus Crystal Palace
Mm.
at where? At Goodison Park, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, legendary. Let's just go to my game, yeah, bro.
Are
United's
we?
game. Remember what I said? I said it's either we win big here or we get really tested, right? That's what I
Yeah, yeah.
said last week. And it felt like that because we scored 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, right?
Mm.
And then I don't know if it just felt like we revert back to teething Man
Yeah.
United that doesn't know what they're doing on the pitch. It's like these guys have just been put together on a pitch. When you were young and you were friends or friend group, and then a captain picks that player and then another player picks that
Are
player.
we? Are we?
That's what it felt like, bro. Like it's just I don't know what happened, bro. Like I don't know. And it's funny because Luton, as much as they had the ball and attacked, they didn't create that many chances. I know they scored a goal sharply. Well done to Luton. They scored a goal, but they
Mm.
weren't that decisive in front of goal. If I should
Yeah.
put it that way, yeah, bro. But in term like we had majority of the ball, right? But we didn't do anything with the ball. You understand?
Are we? Are
And
we?
also
Are we?
a stat that jumped at me here, legendary in the Man United game is that we allowed 72 transition chances, which means basically
Damn.
when we lose the ball, they go forward with it 72 times,
Are we?
bro. So
Damn.
basically, so basically we basically allow them to play basically because we lack control, we lose the ball in very key areas, yeah, bro? And
Mm.
yeah, that makes me question key creators like Bruno Fernandes, for example, yeah, bro? Diogo
Mm.
Dalot lost the ball a couple of times. Luke Shaw, before he went down, lost the ball a couple of times. Casemiro, before he was hooked, lost the ball a couple of times. And remember what I said to you, legendary? Kobe Menu is the best midfielder at United at 18 years old, bro, already. That's
I think it just
crazy.
might be. It just might be
Not,
because
not just
the,
mine,
the,
bro.
the
He
other old
is,
guys they
bro.
need to step up. The other guys need to step up, dog. Oh, Bruno is
And
the whole
another,
captain of the team, dog. But they say he needs to
and
step up.
bro, with Bruno, I don't mind Bruno losing the ball, man, because he's trying, but it's his other work that pisses me off, bro. Like he doesn't know when to slow the game down. Like Odegaard, when you watch Kevin De
Yeah.
Bruyne, even Madison to a certain degree, they know Paqueta as well. They know how to slow the ball down, bro. If Bruno had like just the football know-how. He does have it, because I mean you don't get to that level, but if he just used it
Yeah.
as much as they did, he would know. Okay, guys, we're 2-0 up now. This is the time we should be enjoying ourselves basically and playing
Mm.
properly, yeah, bro, creating chances. But everything must be done so fast, dog, and that like annoys me so much, bro. Like bro, just relax, take time on the ball, pass it around, find some combinations. But everything they want to do wants to be done with quickness, bro.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
another thing that jumped at me, legendary in him, was the fact that Casemiro has been dribbled past, was it what, 29 times, no man, yeah, 29 times per 90 minutes, right? That's the second
Are
most in
we?
the Premier League. 29 times per 90 minutes. So it means like the legs are gone now,
He's
basically, yeah, bro.
washed. You guys,
And
you guys have a couple of washed players in that midfield, and Casemiro is
so
definitely one of them.
I w- we see with Casemiro, but I think my heart's still there with him. I don't want him to be sold just yet. I think we still have one more season with him, but
Nah, dog.
but you see now, dog, we should be planning for life without Casemiro. Yeah, bro.
Start
And
planning
also
now,
Soak.
really.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
needs
yeah. I
to
think
leave
Ineos
now.
should
The
be
guys,
playing.
the guy is
for
doing
life without
nothing.
him, bro.
Like you guys need to accept it. But okay, sure, you got 2 years out of him or 1 year, whatever it is. Right now it's time to go, dog. Like the guy's washed, fit, and like
Yeah, no,
he's not even doing his job anymore, fit. Yeah, bro.
even Rafa Varane, bro. Like, cause I'm just thinking as well. Like, as much these players are on super wages at Man United, they just basically
Mm,
saw United like the Saudi payday as well. If you're being
mm,
really honest, yeah, bro. Okay, cool. So you can play Champions League, you can yeah, bro, play for a great club, but also it's a business at the end of it all,
yeah.
payday as well. So I do think it's time for these Real Madrid OGs to leave, yeah, bro. If we're getting players from Real Madrid now, it's got to be a Chow Menu or Camavinga only, yeah, bro. Not a Nacho, not a Nacho or Modric, big dog, yeah, bro.
Or
So
cover out. Yo.
yeah, or Carvajal, no, 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 or Benzema if he was still there. So yeah, man, that's just that's what just jumps out of me. Yeah. But also shout out to Luton for giving us that atmosphere, man. You know, that
Mm,
carnival, Fratton Park atmosphere. Shout them out because they they've been quite the hard team to beat. Fair to like, I mean, the big teams. I mean, you guys scored in the last second. Chelsea
yeah.
scraped a win there. We scraped a win there. Basically, Liverpool drew there. City, okay, they were getting yeah, well, they won, but like wasn't vintage City. Even Spurs
Yeah.
scraped a win there. But so shout them out. I don't want to see Luton go down, bro. I don't want to see Luton go down.
It's
Actually, now that I think about it,
obviously at the start of the season, as I said, they'll definitely go
underground.
down. But I also don't see them going down like now. Um, I think they've learned how to handle Premier League teams, especially at home. Luton is a team that plays a very attractive football, even in the Championship, and that's how they got promoted because they played the good football. They scored goals. They came up and wanted to play ball the whole time, but then they saw, okay, hey, Premier League is not the same as the underground. You know, we need to get our shit together, and it all starts off the ball. They work very hard off the ball for that team. Um, as you say every week, that Ross Barkley fit has become the Zidane now. He's starting to play like Zidane, and next to
True,
him,
true.
someone we don't mention enough is Sambi Lokonga. I think
Yo,
I mentioned him once or twice, but Sambi Lokonga was awesome, was brilliant in the game. Fit to him and Barkley, I think they had the rating of 8.6 each. It shows how good they were off the ball defensively, in the attacking side of things. Even the block that Lokonga made, I think it was who Bruno Fernandes that was shooting into the empty net, and then Lokonga
he
came, he
stopped it.
slid, they blocked the goal, and that was huge for it. Yeah,
I
they
wanna, I
lost,
wanna, I
but
wanna, I wanna, I wanna ask you, legendary, just on Lukonga. Do you think he's still got a future at Arsenal? Just quickly.
looking at the way that he has played this season, hell yeah, definitely, bruh. But if
You
he
think maybe it
doesn't,
could be you could be sorry, it could be that Partey replacement because Partey doesn't look like he probably will come back for again, but bye bye again,
nah,
you know.
Potty can go, dog. I
But do you
think
think it'll be that Partey's
uh,
replacement?
for,
Maybe.
for me, I think he should fit. I think he should. Potty can go and then he can stay, and then also like just have Jorginho there. But I think Lokonga fit he's capable of playing that role. But then I still think he needs a bit more work defensively. But otherwise, on the ball, fit too. Yeah, the guy is good fit, and he's still young as well. So if you can
And I
have
wanna
someone like Jorginho next to him, just guiding him, and who's this Declan Rice with, I think he still has a future, definitely.
But I wanna shout out Luton again because like the players that they bought were from the championship who were at academies. I think they've got two of our boys there, Mengi and
Mm,
Chong, yeah, bo, and some other players also who have like academy experience at the bigger clubs, but played championship football the most. But now they're showing that these guys, yeah, bo, in those positions they can play,
mm.
they can be Premier League players. And I saw one already, Mengi being linked to Leverkusen who are doing
Yeah, I
well in
saw that.
Germany, yeah, bro. So,
I saw
so
that.
it could be a good step up, yeah, bro. If they don't keep the players, Luton can be that club
Yeah.
that develops players for the key Premier League status, and then let them go for profit, yeah, bro. Because some Premier League clubs do that to also keep afloat, yeah, bro. So, shout out to Luton and shout out
And the
to
good and
yeah,
the good thing about Luton is that they winning games against teams that they should be winning points against, or the rivals. in terms of relegation battle level. They're beating those teams, they're winning points. If they're not winning, they're drawing. So they're getting those points in and around the teams that they worth in the relegation battle zone. So that might
And
just
these
help
games
them a
are a
bit.
bonus, yeah. These games against the big
Yeah,
clubs are a bonus, yeah. But let me just
yeah,
run through
definitely, bro.
the other results as well. Spurs legendary. Do you think? Okay, they last week they won in the last second, right?
Mm.
But do you think the wheels might be falling off of the Spur, or they're getting a bit Spursy now already?
Not wheels, not the wheels are falling off,
Yeah, yeah,
but
that's too bad. I think
yeah,
there-
that's
will
too
be
hectic.
there'll be blips and twists and
Yeah,
turns for this last spot, ne? For this fourth place
yeah,
finish.
definitely. But
Yeah,
I think they are capable of shooting themselves in the foot every now and then. We all know of the whole Spursy term, and I think it's just one of those maybe a couple of weeks that they're going to lose points, and then obviously they'll come back up again and start winning games, and then you'll see the hype coming up as well. But I wouldn't say the wheels are coming off, man. Not
yeah,
just
yeah.
yet.
No, no, that was the yeah. It was just they are like still those blips and that
Yeah,
they'll go through, yeah, but Wolves fair to like remember I said it's not. But like, yeah, I think Spurs will win. I did say that I think
yeah,
Spurs will win, but Wolves can make a game out of it, yeah, bro. And Gary
mm,
O'Neill is proving himself to be one of the better managers in this Premier League, eh? Like in terms of
yeah,
how
yeah,
the
yeah.
Wolves are playing, he's just focused on coaching and bettering the players, bro. Cause dog, we're
That's
seeing like Mario Lemina now reproducing that form that he had in that one season against
mm,
sorry at Southampton. Is it Jao Gomez? Yeah, who scored 2 goals.
yeah.
Jao
The number eight.
Gomez is slowly but surely replacing Jao. Who's that other guy? Jao Neves, ne? No,
Ruben
Jao
Evans.
Ruben Neves. Yeah,
That's
Ruben
you talk about
Neves.
Jamoutinho.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah. So no, sorry, Ruben Neves. Yeah, slow because he was
Mm,
like a talisman for that club. So they're
yeah.
slowly moving away from that era of that, yeah, bro, of that guy. Pedro
Mm.
Neto, still Pedro Neto. So Wolves have a team as much as they can't recruit that much, but they still have a team that can trouble you on any day, yeah, bro. And
They
shout
should
out
be
to him.
challenging for European positions. Fit definitely. They should be challenging
Hmm.
for those positions. Like like looking at the squad that they have and how good of a coach Gary O'Neill is. They should be challenging for European positions. Fit, and I think they'll do that next season if they can recruit
Yeah,
well.
yeah. A couple of more recruitments, yeah, bro. Maybe let's see
Mm.
what FFP does to them and then let's see.
Yeah.
Villa got back to wins. I don't really speak about that because I feel like they would have picked up points there. Yeah, but
Mm.
against um,
Fulham.
Fulham, I think it was the foregone conclusion that they were going to pick up points. Ali Watkins is showing himself again to be a gunman. He's scoring goals. But let's go to Newcastle 2 and let's go Newcastle 2, right?
Yeah. Bournemouth.
Bournemouth 2, Nottingham Forest 2, um, West Ham
West
0.
Ham.
I think, yeah, West Ham 0. I think these two managers, slowly but surely, I didn't want to ask questions of Eddie Howe. I still don't want to ask questions of him, but football-based business, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
They pulling more away from the European positions now, yeah, bro.
Mm.
Um, so I think, yeah, man, like it's looking a little bit spooky for Newcastle, but spookier for West Ham, dog,
West
yeah, bro.
Ham.
Yeah, and did you see
I
what
think
Moyes said? Yeah.
I don't I don't like one of them is not finishing the season, and I know which one it is.
What do you
It's
think it
definitely
Moyes?
Moyes is definitely not finishing the season, fit. And especially
Yeah,
like now, he came out as well. He was criticizing um, what West Ham people think about him and all of that, and saying that they should be playing a prettier football. They should be playing expensive football. And then he said like, they've got all of that before, né? But the only person who managed to win, it was him,
it's him.
David Moyes.
Yeah,
He was the one. He was the only one who managed to win, and he won the European trophy. And it was sort of like I deserve I deserve respect from you guys. Please
yeah.
respect me. I want this team a trophy. So I deserve some respect for that instead of just criticizing me and saying and asking for other managers as well to replace me. Yeah,
Yeah, but it seems with West Ham, it seems like there's something wrong there at that club right now. With each passing week, it seems like there's something wrong, and
they
that
don't have a
signing of
striker
Cal
mostly.
and that so yeah, they don't have a striker, and it can
Paqueta
be
not
who's
being the
this?
team as well.
Yeah, injured, but I'm just saying it can be who's this guy, man, with the cornrows, and Antonio or Ings. There's no goals
Mm,
there yeah, anymore, bro. And then if you put Kudus or Bowen there, you're missing something now. In the three behind them, yeah,
yeah,
boy, and also Paqueta's not there. Still don't understand why they sold Fornals, even Ben Rama. I know Ben Rama wasn't the best of signing, but Fornals
yeah.
was a
That didn't make sense.
very good Premier League player. It didn't make sense at all because now their squad looks a little bit stale, and then you add Calvin Phillips, bro. Oh, I feel like it's the worst signing of all. Oh, sorry, of the season, bro. Basically, yeah, bro. And
Do
if
you know
and he's
who
forced,
Calvin Phillips
yeah,
fit to? Calvin Phillips should have been signed like at the start of the season, not in January. Because
yeah,
now, like,
true,
what they needed was the creative spark as well. Because Paqueta was injured, and they still went out and sold for Nels. They still went out and sold Penrama. So basically, they're leaving all the creative responsibilities on WordPress's shoulder, which is a bit too much for him, Fit. Because
too much,
I
yeah,
wouldn't say I wouldn't say Kudus is a creator. Bowen is not a creator as well, and they stuck him out in front now as a striker to score goals, and he's not scoring goals. So you actually losing at pace as well, because the only way Bowen actually managed to score goals is if he comes off the wing, like he has been doing like before January.
these years.
Yeah, bro.
Hmm.
So like, and that's not helping David Moyes' case. Yeah, bro. And just because of that, you'll be losing games, and you'll
Remember
see
what I
himself
remember what
without
I
the job
remember.
soon.
I think we did speak on Demo even last season and even this season. We said there must be questions asked of him, and also it could be spooky hours because they've got a nice director of football at their club who's got a nice intel in German football. So you can maybe see a German manager coming in soon. And
Hey,
West Ham are a team that's got potential for it to
mm,
explode and be like a perennial challenger for Europe as well, like a Villa are now. Yeah, but also.
that's,
I think you expect a little bit more from Moyes, but I think questions will be asked of him as well, Fit.
mm.
Questions will
I
be
still
asked of
say
him
they
as
should
well.
go for Graham Potter, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
It
should
has
go. They should be go for Graham
Graham Potter
Potter if
should be
they're serious.
Graham Potter should have been a manager already. I thought Palace would have picked him up, but okay, they
Yeah,
got
Fundin,
a nice PC manager there, like you say, legendary Abo. So
Austrian guy, yeah. But he's
let's
probably waiting
see,
for a better job, to be honest.
let's see what happens with West Ham, bro. But yeah, if a couple of maybe two more losses, we could see him being because I know they don't have European football until maybe like 2 weeks time. So we
Yeah.
could see even before they go back to Europe with a new manager. But I think maybe because they've got the German director of football there, you can see maybe a German manager. I wouldn't be against that. I just want to see more. But if it's part of shutout, yeah, bro. And Eddie Howe,
Yeah,
dog,
yeah.
is drawing games, bro. Like the first goal they conceded was a howler from the goalkeeper. He slipped, bro, as well passing. And I was like, yo, sometimes when you're
Yeah.
struggling as a team, you're losing your director of football wants to go to Man United now, but now you're doing things like that. So how can you win as a
Yeah.
manager, bro? Yeah, bro. So I really feel sorry for Eddie Howe, bro. Like I really, really feel sorry for him. I think he's done a great job at that club. I hope they stick by him. But like you said last week, Saudis they're gonna want European football, yeah, bro.
Mm.
And a lot's gonna kick in at that club, like with Adidas coming back. So they're probably gonna want European football as well with that. Yeah, both partner Bruno Guimaraes, the Isaacs are better players. That also depends
Mm.
on European qualification. So it might get a little bit spooky, né?
Yeah, yeah.
For him too. But so
Yeah,
yeah,
but
dog.
it's definitely scary hours for him as well, dog. He should watch his back. Those Saudis might show that okay, we've given you time, we've given you players. I think being nice now is we have to stop with that and just start being ruthless and cut you off, and just get a new manager. And I think
So I'll be.
there might be a
Mhm.
battle between West Ham and Newcastle for Graham Potter, or maybe like West Ham, Newcastle might even go for someone with European pedigree, So
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
see,
yeah,
dog. Because
definitely.
I mean, they can even go out and get Mancini. They can, like, there's so many coaches, bro.
Tell me. So is the back three saying the next manager to get sacked is Moyes? I think that's how pick, né? For the
For
next
me,
one.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna leave those fixtures. We've touched on them. I think those ones are the ones that were shining on us. Obviously, legendary. You back in the Champions League this weekend. Knockout
Bright lights,
stages.
baby, bright lights.
Wednesday
The way we
night, yeah,
should
bro.
be.
I'll be watching Inter versus Atletico. You know, I've got like a very soft spot for those teams. There's PSV Dortmund. Sancho doesn't loan deal doesn't look like it's going so well that over there Dortmund. So I think he'll be
Mm.
back, but it'll be good to see what Dortmund do there. And then Napoli versus Barcelona. Yeah, I feel like it's not even a fixture, bro. You know?
I'm not watching that game.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
watching that
yeah,
game.
who are you playing this week? Who are you playing on the weekend? We playing Newcastle.
On the weekend.
Yeah, on the weekend Arsenal. I think you guys
Okay.
playing Newcastle, ne?
Yeah, I think so at home.
Yeah. Nah, I'm just
I
I'm
think
just
it's
asking.
Newcastle.
We playing Fulham, my G. We playing that's my next game. So you have this weekend. So this week you have Porto, and then you have Newcastle.
But you
And
know where my focus is? For now, it's FC Porto, dog. Like, we're back in
uh-huh.
the last 16. We need to put up a big performance and, just make sure that we put the game out for them in the first leg already. It won't be easy at the Dragao Stadium, but I trust my team to get a win from them.
Yeah, I know. I'll be watching because I mean I'm out of that competition, my G. Yeah, well. So yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there. Another great formation show. I want to say thank you guys for watching the show, and also if you didn't hit the subscribe button, please hit that, yabo, and share the episode on all platforms and to your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, and everyone. Dej, any last thoughts?
Nah, I'm good, dog. I'm good.
Let's wrap it up there. Peace.
Oh, yeah.
Bitch, I be leaning, I tell ya. Bitch, I be leaning, I tell ya. It's all. Bitch, I be leaning, I tell ya. Bitch, I be